Hey, Basket Brains, Kirby here, aka Darkwing Disc, and I thought the dryer was shrinking my clothes. Turns out it was the refrigerator the whole time. Alongside of me, as always, is the fairway finder himself, Ollie. And Ollie this week bought a Bunsen burner and some goggles. I don't think that's what Roxy meant when she said she wanted to experiment. Alongside of us this week is a very special guest. That is Caleb Joyner. And did you know that Caleb learned to make a banana split in Sunday school? Sunday school, ice cream jokes. Welcome to episode 75 of the K.O Disc Golf Show. Episode 75 is the Graveler episode. Famous players to wear 75. We got Joe Green and Barry Zito. On the Red Sox, currently we have the captain, Carlos Narvaez, the Narv Dog. On the Mariners, Andres Munoz is the only 75 to ever be on the team. And Ollie, hit us with the Giants.
Most notably from 92 to 03, Keith Hamilton, a D-tackle and defensive end. So shout out Keith Hamilton.
Sweet. All right, KO question of the week. Well, I'll answer this at the end of the episode. You comment below your thoughts and opinions. Okay, you enter an ace pot and you hit 2 aces. What a great day. But the 2 other aces hit on that day. Should you earn half of the ace pot or should you earn 2/3 of the ace pot? 4 aces hit. You had 2 out of the 4. What's your thoughts there? Caleb, welcome, man. It's good to see you, bud.
What up?
How you doing?
I survived on the side of the mountain and I'm back home.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Yeah, congratulations on your recent win of the B Tier Mountain High Championship. One of the things that I think many people know about you, I know about you, is that you love that event. That's something that seems like an event that you look forward to, or you talk about every year. I had kind of an inclination that you were going to win that event probably about a week and a half ago. You messaged me kind of out of the blue and you go, "Hey, if I win this week, can I be on the show?" And I'm like, man, we already had Dallas lined up and we already talked to him and kind of got details sorted. We're like, "Oh, we'll bring you on the week after, no problem." But I kind of had that little bit of like, "Oh, he's already envisioning himself winning. He sees that avenue, like he knows that he knows that that's a possibility." And couldn't be happier for you. Super proud of you, man. Do you want to kind of tell us about the event and just why do you love that tournament so much?
Well, it kind of started at least at States. I got to play with you the last round. Not exactly on the hole we wanted to start on, but we still got to play. But and on the last hole, all in my brain is like, I just got to finish this hole, and then all I got to do is wait for my favorite tournament out of the whole year. And I remember saying halfway down the fairway, I throw this in, all I can think about is Crystal Mountain. And it was pretty close. I didn't cash, whatever, and the first thing I thought of was like, okay, I can breathe now. Like, Crystal Mountain is a tournament, but it's not like Washington State Championship 50th annual A tier, whatever, super seriousness, whatever. And so that whole way home, I was beaming ear to ear, and that's pretty rare when I don't cash, at least. I'm not usually very cheerful, go lucky, and everyone, my buddies were like, "You seem really happy." I'm like, "Yeah," because I know it's coming this weekend.
Yeah.
And basically, I get to drive up 410, which I just call it Chinook Pass, and it's through these trees and rivers. Well, there's a wildfire right off to the side of it, and the higher I'm going up the pass, I can't see shit at all. It is 20 feet in smoke. All I'm thinking is like, don't total your car on another wild animal, please.
Oh my god.
But I get over the pass. I can see a little bit of Rainier. Took a big old breath of fresh air. I was like, okay, this is worth it. Basically, we're all my friends or the homies, whatever. Anyone's allowed to show up, but we call it half camp. And it's down the street from the resort. And I pull in there, Kirby, and I got my music blasting. I energy drink down the gullet. I am ready to go. And like when you roll in there and you see all your best friends. They're all in one spot. Like tournaments these days, it's kind of you play around, might say hello or whatever, but like you don't really chill, I guess.
It's
So
a
it's
lot
cool.
different
Like
now.
all my dogs are here, and like we're gonna play games and music and putt, plenty of putting games. But it's just it's fun to be with your friends and hang out. It's not serious. Like the people who have tried to come to Crystal Mountain and be really serious about it end up. This is the worst tournament I ever played. This
Mm-hmm.
is no fun. And I'm like, because you're looking at it the wrong way, I guess.
Sure.
Like, yeah, it's a tournament, but I feel like most people aren't super, I need to win this or whatever. And like me, I'm never like that. I just had the personal goals because Kenny's won it every year I went and played. And he's got to be in the hotel room every year I got to play or whatever. And so, hang out, and I sleep in my car because I ain't getting eaten by no bear or wake up in a puddle. Wake up, get to the parking lot, it's raining so bad. And I'm like, this is going to be miserable. It is, the day one is hiking mostly uphill and then back down. And it's raining hard. The parking lot is like a river. And in my head, I'm like, there's no way that he's going to make me go play right now, right? The TD. Go eat breakfast, and we're sitting, and it's super dark. I keep seeing a flash out of the corner of my eye. I'm like, someone's taking pictures. All of a sudden, boom! And like the table shook a little bit, and I'm like, oh yeah, we're not playing anytime soon.
Huh.
Like one of the coolest thunderstorms I've seen. It'll be an hour delay because the tournament runs off the gondola, and if the gondola can't go, the tournament's not running.
Right.
Waited an hour, still raining, but it's clearing up. And then another like lightning strike hits. Waited for 2 hours, and I'm playing with Suave, Kenny, and Zach Basket. I got the homie card for day
Sure.
one.
Yeah.
We finally get out there. It's sunny. It's not smoky anymore because all the rain.
Mm-hmm.
And like, I couldn't ask for a better first card. And then Banks was going to film the the lead card or feature card because they would have been behind us, but Victor had a blowout, and so he couldn't make it. So Banks showed up, and I was like, "This is going to be fun the whole day."
Oh yeah.
And basically, I played out of my mind, Kirby. I remember waking up that morning saying, I want to win this tournament. I got to give myself a shot at least after day one.
Mm-hmm.
I parked holes I've never seen, circle two.
Wow.
Like, I was
Yeah.
thrown out of my mind. And like, but I have the knowledge of you got to throw down when it's down, or you know what I mean? Like, I
Mm-hmm.
have enough knowledge of playing there. I know how to throw it to make it more easy.
Yeah, you have experience. Yeah.
And we get to like the first super long downhill hole, and this is a hole never putted at. Always had to throw an upshot. Let go, and I'm like, oh my god, Banks, that might go in. And we can't see the basket. We get down there, and it's right by it. And I was like, oh my god. And Kenny's
Mm-hmm.
now like, damn, Kayla's playing pretty good. And all the way to 18. And as soon as I made that putt on 18, I was like, I let out a very silent yell. And like Basket's like, be loud, boy. I'm like, no, there's more people playing. I won't be rude. I
Mm-hmm.
wanted to though.
Yeah.
So all my lower courses scores from the past 3 years equal even. I've shot 3 over and like 2 down and 1 down. I shot 9 down with a bogey on Saturday.
So crazy.
Destroyed my personal best. And I had
Yeah.
to lead by one. Disc golf part of it's over. I'm going back to camp. And like, at camp we enjoy ourselves. Like we go and drink a couple beers, do whatever, play games, and like at one point in the night we were sitting around this like propane stove or whatever to keep warm. And I like looked up at Suave. It's like, dude, I totally forgot. Like I'm leading this tournament I've been dreaming about. Wake up next day, go up in the gondola. You could see Mount Rainier, which most years it's either smoke or clouds. and I just knew it was going to be my day. Like,
Heck yeah.
but basically, we play the Summit course and pea soup, like, or at least the first 7 holes, and like those first holes are way farther than your average park hole,
Hmm.
and way more downhill. And we get to hole 3, which is the first one, and normally you can see this dry lake bed
Yeah.
in the basket. It was just solid gray. And the TD
Wow.
sends a message: you can wait 10 minutes for fog unless there's a group right up on you. And we were a threesome, so it was like, okay, we can wait. As soon as I could see one speck of ground down there, I just knew downhill and hyzer. We will
Yeah.
find my disc and it will be safe. And I was I just played way crazy. I mean, not like no course record stuff, but like for my personal self, like I got these Mel spacers in my ankles. Hiking up and down the mountain yesterday already made them insanely sore. So
Hmm.
I'm hobbling down this mountain, and I'm like, just keep parring. If you birdie, good stuff, but keep parring. Make Bab have to birdie every hole he has to. And finally, we get halfway done, and like the fog breaks, and I said, okay, now I know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
But I went on a 3 birdie stretch, and surprisingly, one of them was, or the first one was like a way uphill hole, and I'm out of breath and uh, just dying. Like, Caleb, drink more water and eat bananas during this tournament, but I never do. We finally get to like the last top of the world spot, and I like doing the math. And I was like, okay, I birdie this. Bab has to be do the craziest back 5 holes I've ever seen. Parked it, birdie it, and just played par the rest of the way down the hill in 16. So 3 years ago, I got one stroke behind Kenny coming down the stretch because at this tournament, Lee Card goes first. And I
Okay.
saw they were playing poorly, so I was trying to catch up. When 3 years ago, I like put the 33 feet on 16. I make this, I'm gonna be tied with Kenny, maybe beat him. Completely airball it. This is a ripping headwind, way downhill. Airball it. It's even in one of his raps now. It hurt, but whatever. This
Damn. Diss
year,
track.
I landed in the same spot and I laid up. I said, I'm gonna let Bab try to catch me because I ain't gonna let him. I ain't gonna give him any.
Hmm.
Laid up. Finally, 17. I have a putt for birdie. I lift my arm up and my whole back like seizes up, like either cramped up or whatever. Like,
Hmm.
I've been pounding so much water, I thought I was drowning outside of water. Like, I can only do so much. 18. The wind like picked it up, and Bab made a huge putt, and he's only one stroke behind me. These baskets only have one chance,
Yeah. They're
and all
tough.
I could say was, "Why didn't you lay that one up, you dummy?" Put it right in the middle. I putted with this thing all weekend, a gateway magic, because
Okay.
everything's so uphill and like not glidey. It took a paper plate, dude. I putted out of my mind, and didn't get no weird chain outs. But the best part was, as soon as I got done, I look at the scores. I said, "There's no way they will catch me." I sat there in a like lawn chair, almost fell asleep, but I could not move. I'm like, "Oh my god, I did it!"
Yeah.
I was like, "I'm gonna wait for Kenny like he waited for me." But
That's awesome.
it
That.
was uh, it was crazy because we everyone waits for awards. Well, not everyone, but awards happen after everyone's done, and
Hmm.
like Bab was all right, or not Bab, Dakota, my buddy, was like, "You gotta go up there. You gonna say anything?" I'm like, "Oh, I didn't think about that."
Hmm.
I get up there and I'm like, I can feel tears coming down my face. I'm like, "Don't cry right now, you weirdo." And I'm like, I like to thank D for running this tournament and letting me come back every year. Uh, I like to thank Kenny for inviting me 4 years ago. Bye. It was so short and awkward, but and then Bab's like, "You good?" I'm like, "Yeah, this just means a lot to me. I know I get
Hmm.
a hotel bed next year."
That's awesome, man. I mean, what a great story. I love the way you talk about how it's just the confidence of I'm gonna have a good day today, and that like kind of positive, like when I see the ground, like I know what I'm gonna do, and having the game plan and being able to build off of experience. I think that's such a anybody else that's listening to this kind of looking for their first win or first big win, like that's how you get it. That's the prototype to getting your first win. Get experience, go through those hardships and then find that opportunity where you're like, today's my day, and keep that positive mindset and that positive affirmation going. That's awesome. Absolutely love all of that.
Yeah, totally love that. I also love how you described just how, oh, there's the trophy. Let's go.
Okay, sweet. Yeah.
It's got hella rings, so I guess it's older than this one.
Sheesh.
Hey, very
That's so
cool.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love seeing disc golf keeping fun and being fun, and it sounds like this event totally captures that, and it's so awesome to see you take it down, dude. Like, and hearing that like firsthand and your experience with that is, yeah, that was awesome.
It was a. I mean, I enjoyed winning the Southtown Classic, but I didn't have no emotional attachment to it. So this one,
Hmm.
I was like, I actually care about this moment in this moment right now. I
So
Yeah.
mean,
cool.
when I look back, it was cool winning an A tier, but this was even Corey Gerberdolin
Gerber Dolan.
said like
Gerber.
Caleb could shoot 800 rated golf all year, but if he win Crystal Mountain, he'd be happy. And I said, yeah, that
Hmm.
is true.
That's awesome. Um, I want to give a quick shout out to your mother, actually, Norma. She had probably one of my favorite comments we have had on any YouTube video 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago, we did the old person drafts, and Ollie drafted long messages, if you like calling somebody on the phone and then long messages, and your mom commented, "Hey Ollie, can you send me your cell number? I'm pretty old, so I'm likely to leave you a very long voice message if you don't answer. Just want you to be forewarned." So really, really funny. I mean, like, I was like, what is this? And it came out of absolutely left field, absolutely cracked me up. I screenshotted it and sent it to Ollie like right away. I was like, check this out, man. So absolutely love Norma. So funny. What a sweetheart. Uh it's so great. Ollie, how you doing, man? How's everything going?
I've been good. I'm less than a week into moving into my new place with Roxy, so that's always exciting. My brother's been in town, which has like been awesome. So spending time with him while I've been working and stuff. Gonna get some breakfast tomorrow before he leaves on Thursday, going back to Australia.
Yeah, he plays rugby.
Yeah, or yeah, Australian rules football, and it's similar.
Okay.
He's kind of retired. He's kind of taking a step back, but he was playing. He was like, "Oh, I'm done," and then he came here, and then he was like, "I kind of like got a little light under my ass," and like was
Hmm.
playing with the Seattle team again, and like was going to their practices like a bunch of the days. So I was like, "He's still got some." So he's gonna be playing, I think, just at a different, like on a different level, or maybe like a yeah, something different. It's just a physical sport, so you don't only can
Sure.
play for so long and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But yeah,
That's cool.
it's been really fun and biking. Yeah, had a little tumble on the bike, but feeling a little more like a biker now after it.
Okay.
Got a little
Getting
bloodied and bruised and scraped, and I'm like, all right,
some war wounds,
yeah, some more
Yeah.
wounds, but it's been good. It's been good.
Yeah. After your first fall, you gotta like take the blood off your elbow and just like wipe it on the tire, and being like,
Put
we're
it.
bonded now.
It's blood now. Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely bonded with that thing for sure after
Yeah.
that.
That's cool. How many miles did you do last week?
A little lower. I think I was in like the 2030s, but always trying to keep the elevation up. I had that fall and then I ended up because I was biking to Roxy's. I stayed the night there and then she like couldn't drive me home the next morning because I was like, "Oh, I'm feeling really sore from like falling." And she was like, I can't drive you right now." And I was like, "I got to bike home." And so then I ended up biking home back that next morning and
Yeah.
I ended up getting my PR on this crazy uphill going up Queen Anne, and it was like I'm only like a few seconds off being in the top 10 for on the app for that segment, which is kind of exciting. So
Wow.
I'm gonna be pushing for that.
That's awesome. Um, I had a pretty good week this week. I went golfing with my homie Derek Chan on Sunday. We went to Jefferson Park and did their like They have like a little 9-hole chipping style course where most of the holes are anywhere from 45 yards to like 130 yards or something like that. Really, really fun. He beat me by two or three strokes, which I was borderline proud of because that was only the second time I've ever actually been out. Usually I just go to the driving range and I'm just like putting everything I got into hitting the ball as far as I can. So a 50-yard chip shot was very like, this is so uncomfortable and just really, really awkward for me. But really, really fun. I'm starting to find the more that I'm disc golfing and the longer that I'm disc golfing for and the longer that my season is going on, I need to start finding activities that aren't just disc golf.
Yeah.
So like I play like video games and stuff like that. Like I play like a lot of Pokemon, but that's just so stationary that I need to be moving and I need to find some kind of active sport. And I think ball golf is going to be my like kind of backup activity where just going to the driving range and going to like playing that executive nine. Like it was like $9 or $8 to play that
Where
9-hole
where were you
course.
at?
Jefferson Park.
Okay, Jefferson. Cool, cool.
Yeah. So for like $9, to play
Yeah.
9 holes of golf out there, it's totally, I can definitely justify that here and there. So, yeah, really, really good time. That was cool getting out with Derek, and he knows so much more about golf than I do. So it was funny when we go disc golf. I'm doing the same thing to him that he was doing to me while we were golfing because he's like, "Hey, if you get your club under this way and da da da," and I'm over there being like, "Dude, if you get the face of the disc over here," and so it was cool. It was a cool like reverse moment. I played Fenwick with the fucking goat Chuck Knudsen. He and I got out there, kind of looking at the course for the Tehran Open happening in a couple of weeks.
Heck yeah.
Chuck's the man, dude. He's gonna like shred that place because just watching the way he throws some of those lines, and I'm like, man, he he gets it. Like he sees the shapes and he's throwing them so well. So that was really cool. I had another pretty bad old man moment. I realized this I realized this week that I didn't know what IMO means.
Oh,
I'm
I say
thinking
that a
like,
lot to you.
yeah, I know, and I always just gloss right over it because I don't actually know. I
Dude.
didn't know what it means, so I looked it up and I realized that it means "in my opinion." So that was pretty funny, and I definitely had like a "oh no shit" kind of moment there. So
That's funny.
yeah, that was
That's
pretty good. I think
simple.
like I'm just gonna keep finding those little easy phrases that I don't
What was the
know.
other one? SMH?
Yeah, shake
Yeah.
my head. Yeah,
Yeah, we're gonna get a Kirby counter, Kirby word learning counter.
yeah. So pretty
We're
funny. Yeah, pretty good. And then there was an ace race at SeaTac on Sunday that I think 4 aces were hit.
dang.
Really cool. One of the guys on my card hit one of the coolest aces I've ever seen, and I don't think I'll ever see anything quite like this again. Um, Hole 27 at SeaTac. He put a temporary basket in the like left position because Parks didn't move the basket for him.
Okay.
So temporary basket in the left position, regular basket sitting on the elevated rock pile, right? Christian told us ahead of time, hey, if anybody happens to black ace, we're still gonna count it. So we're all kind of joking, be like, oh, you might as well just run the top basket, ha 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 ha. Guy steps up on my card, takes out an entropy, a little overstable 4-speed, throws it on hyzer, obviously too low to ace the left position, which is the basket that he was aiming for. And he throws it, and it's like, hyzering in. We're like, oh man, like, he kind of out of the hand and hits the ground, skips forward, hits the rock, and he skips, aces the rock pile position up there. It hit I could not believe it. The time from the first skip to hitting the rock and then hitting the chains was like legitimately 2.5 seconds long or 2 seconds long, to the point where that doesn't sound like a lot, but when you're watching a frisbee in midair, you have so many thoughts going through your mind watching this little frisbee ricochet around on the ground. It was never like out of his hand, it was already lower than the cage. So the fact that it hit the rock and then jumped high enough to get over into the
That's
basket
insane.
completely blew my mind. And then to top it off, we finished on hole one, which was like a short tee pad going to the short hole one's basket. And he steps up and, it's his box. And we're kind of joking about like, hey, you might as well go and get two. And what does he do? He puts that entropy dead fucking center of hole one. And it was like, I was like, oh my God. And it splashed out. but from our
Oh,
angle, we couldn't see it splash out. So we're like, dude, you got two in a row, literally two throws in a row to ace like that is such a wild.
so
It
crazy.
was incredible. So, um, I mean, he needs to like go and buy a stack of entropies. He needs to retire that
Yeah,
entropy, frame it, whatever
yeah.
he's got to do. That was such a cool. I was so wildly impressed with those just two throws for his round. So cool.
Kirby, real
Yo,
quick, did you hear about the Jackson Park course? The
I
installation?
saw.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so there's gonna be an installation party on October 4th about getting some baskets in a 9-hole. It'll be a pay to play. I think it's like $7 a round for 9, or I
cool.
could be, and then you could pay for like an 18 or something. I think it'd be going in again. And but yeah, it sounds pretty exciting to me. I'm definitely gonna be going and checking that out. If I'm free, I definitely will be going over there and trying to help out whatever I can. But yeah, really exciting new course in Seattle. I think it's just always a cool and exciting thing. Yeah,
Yeah, I'd like to see. I wonder what. I mean, I know like the North Park guys do like a tournament there,
it's gonna
but
be different.
yeah. Well, I wonder if like now that there's going to be baskets there permanently, does that mean that like us at ECD, like I wonder how much it is to actually rent the course and stuff like that, and if us at
Yeah,
ECD could do like a one day or out there, and if it actually does financially make sense, because for shutting the course down, I'm sure that's not going to be cheap for them. But yeah, no, it's really. I mean, I love it. I think that's great. I'm
yeah.
excited to go check it out myself as well. So, um, did you guys see this thing about Kristen Lott? How she's maybe retiring from disc golf?
Brief hiatus, a hiatus from disc golf. Yeah,
Yeah,
sounds like it. I don't
yeah.
think she's
What
done.
I don't think so either. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if when the European side of the tour comes out there next year, we see her in a couple of events. Um, One of the things, and this is something that I've been kind of thinking about since I saw her post the other morning, and I can definitely I feel like I relate to at certain times where earlier this season I had that streak of 16 straight 1,000 rated rounds. Um, and coming off of that, I definitely felt a sense of going into a tournament. It wasn't a sense of like, I want to go out there and succeed. It was a sense of, I want to go out there and not fail, which is almost like more daunting than going out there and just wanting to succeed. And if she's at that point of her career, it's totally understandable to be like, hey, I'm not out there trying to play the best disc golf I can. I'm out there trying not to play bad. That's a really terrible place to be playing week in and week out and being away from your family and kind of feeling those things. So if that is what she's going through, I totally sympathize with her. And I totally understand, that like wanting to take a step back, and she should definitely do whatever's best for her and her family, at that side. Um,
I feel like it's just a bad look when your like top player just drops off the face of the planet, the most paid women's player by a lot. Like
Do you mean for disc golf or for Latitude 64?
for disc golf more so, I
Yeah,
feel like. Yeah.
sure. Yeah,
I know,
yeah.
I mean,
I
of course, I mean, I don't think I think they're gonna keep selling Kristen discs, and there's no problem with that. Like people are gonna,
sure.
the Kristen fans aren't just gonna disappear, you know. So it's like, and she even said she'll be on the organization side doing other things. So I wouldn't be surprised if she was working hand in hand with Latitude still, or like maybe even putting on an event or like a women's event or something in Europe. I don't know. You know, it could be like anything like that.
Yeah,
Her
Um,
and her and Silver used to do the. I mean, they probably still do it to some form extent, but the disc golf academy,
yeah.
yeah.
They
I
had that in
think it
Europe.
is. So
Estonia.
maybe she'd be more into that.
Yeah, she said she definitely wants to help grow and spread her knowledge too. I think it said in her post or something. But yeah, it's definitely interesting. I just think it's just a interesting look, and it makes it harder for players in the future. I feel like when it's so easy for a player to get to that status and then just be like, "Oh, I'm
Just
done."
be done.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because it's like the argument. Like some people make those arguments in other sports with like NFL players, but like with that argument, you know, you're taking a toll on your body. Yes, there's a toll on your body disc golfing, but like
totally
you're
different.
not getting hit or
Not like
like
that.
But
Yeah, not like that.
no.
No, this is
in
soft
disc golf,
compared to.
you can
Yeah, no.
retire and
So
come back and
I
play.
just I not like an accountability thing, but it seems like it's too easy to just say like, "Oh, that's too much pressure. I'm done." And you know,
Sure.
I'm good. You know, she's good. She doesn't have to do anything. You know, so
Yeah.
it's not. I'm not hating on it, and I definitely respect her taking the time to like get her mental right, and I think that's the number one thing you can do as a competitor. But I think you gotta still be a competitor is the big thing.
Sure. With the intent, I understand though, like wanting her to have the eye at coming back at some point because her post did make it very very much seem like,
Uh,
hey, I have no,
Eerie and ominous, you know? It's like
yeah,
what?
like I have no interest in coming back, and I'm not talking more about this, which is her again her right to say like I'm not going to talk anymore and I don't want to
Yeah, yeah,
elaborate, but we're going to speculate, like
yeah.
that's definitely one of the things I think it kind of brings up an interesting conversation about like who's the greatest FPO player of all time. Because I've still, and I'm still on this, and I've been on this. In my mind, it's Paige Pierce.
Give me own.
So that's I mean,
I love own, man. Might be
so
my goat.
I think if you look at like the greatest career of an FPO player of all time, I think it's going to end up being Paige Pierce.
Or
But
yeah.
if you start to talk about that, like who's got the greatest stretch of FPO in their career, it's Kristen Tatar, and it's what we just witnessed over the last 4 years, 5 years. I mean, however long it's been. So
Yeah.
it's the Sandy Koufax with the Mets dilemma where he only pitched for such a short time, but that short time was so wildly good. People don't know where to rank him in the all-time greats
I
list.
always go down when there's no longevity, when it's like you have a 3, 4, 5 year prime versus like a 12-year prime. I'm taking the
Oh,
12-year
sure.
prime all. It's like I
Same.
just need
Yeah.
people playing.
Yeah,
That's what
yeah.
I even feel like the debate. It's closer to like JK's career or Kristen Lotz. Like it's like I
Mhm.
think Paige, yeah, still has more.
Yeah.
Her wins are bigger than JK's, and so you put that above there, and she has more wins in that sense. So I don't know.
It'll
It's
be
tough.
interesting. Kind of
I
maybe a
saw
fun
something. I
maybe
saw
a
something that Kristen Lott is made like, uh, paraphrasing, like
Yeah.
30,000 more dollars than Paige Pierce, but Paige Pierce has won
like
a
90 more
whole bunch
tournaments or
more
something, 70
tournaments.
more tournaments. Yeah.
Yeah,
I saw that too. It's pretty she's winning in a different era where there's a lot more money where if she was winning in the same time that Paige was 10 years ago, 5 years ago, 8 years ago,
She'd have to
the
keep playing.
yeah, the
yeah.
money's half of what it is, a third of what it is. So, um I don't know. I think that might be kind of maybe a fun like off-season thing that we kind of go through and we rank, the greatest FPO
Ooh, I
players
like
of all
that.
time. And it's kind of an interesting because I think Kristen has a very interesting slot somewhere in that list. It's just about where in that list does that play, and how strong do you feel about that? So that's interesting. It is really interesting to see where that's going to go. All right, time for the baseball check-in. Um, 2 weeks left of the season. The Red Sox. It's where everything is kind of dicey. Nothing's feeling great right now. Um, we just lost 2 out of the 3 from the Yankees, which really sucks at Fenway, which is not great. It seems like the Blue Jays are going to win the East, and I've kind of just accepted that. Um, I want to say that I have a lot of confidence that the Red Sox are going to make the playoffs, but Texas and Cleveland both are actually doing pretty good and will not go away. So it's pretty dicey. We have the A's right now, which I'll take. I don't know. I don't know. We really need Roman Anthony back, and the latest report was not sounding very positive. So we'll see what happens. I'm not One of the things I'm not about is just going to the playoffs for the sake of experience. There's no experience in losing 2 games in the wild card and getting bumped right away. You don't get experience in 2 losses. That's not how it works. I'd rather that we missed the playoffs and got a better draft pick for next year than we went and got bounced in 2 games in the wild card. That being said, there is a really interesting scenario where the Red Sox come to Seattle for the wild card game, which is very possible. I think the Mariners will probably end up taking the division,
We win
but
in the AL West, baby.
I don't know, dude. There's an avenue where the Red Sox are here for 2 games, and I have to figure out internally how much I'm willing to spend on a
You're
single
going.
wild
You're
card. I
going.
Here's the thing is I think I am, and I don't know how much I'm willing to spend because
If it happens, you'd be going, I should
I
say.
think so. I think so. It would be pretty sick if it was like the ALCS. Like I'm all about that avenue of things. Yeah, it's there's real potential this year for a Red Sox Mariners playoff game, and I'm so for it.
The Mariners are very hot. 9 in a row. leading the AL West right now by half a game to the Astros, who just won against the Rangers last night. So that's a big series for us, deciding that like both those teams right behind us. And then uh but yeah, clutching up 2 series we needed to win the series off. Even if we went 2-1 in those last 2 series, I would have been pretty happy, because we just got to get to that magical 88. Once you get 88 wins, there's like some crazy statistics about like making the playoffs and all this stuff, where we're
Hmm.
6 games away from that with 12 games left. So feeling pretty confident about that, which is like way different than a month ago. So that's a great feeling. Everything's kind of clicking now. We have probably the biggest series of the year coming up this weekend against the Astros. So that will be something to look forward to and watch. And then Cal Raleigh ties Mickey Mantle. That's pretty sweet. So
Pretty
54 home
exciting.
runs on the year, ties Mickey Mantle up there with the greats, 2 away from Griffey, 12 games left. Be cool to see. At least a tie. I would love to see 57.
It'd be huge. Yeah, I want to see. I would love to see a really insane week out of him, where he just gets hot, and then that conversation of is 60 on the table. Even if he
Oh,
doesn't hit 60, just the conversation that is realistic is so exciting and so fun. So I don't know if you saw, but Brian debuted his Kyle Riley
yep.
sandwich this week, so that's pretty cool. Definitely go by Bakabak and check that out. And then, did you see the thing about the guy who paid for like an Etsy witch?
Yeah, the
Dude,
Etsy
that's
witch.
that's so funny. Now, I don't know what an Etsy witch is. Is that a
If
witch that he literally got off of the
Yeah,
website
off Etsy.
Etsy.com?
Yeah. So
Really?
they did that, and then but we're saying the next question I've been hearing is how many, if the Mariners win out, if they just don't lose, does the Etsy witch come throw a first pitch?
It's pretty interesting. Here's,
Do
I
we
guess,
get the Etsy witch it's at T-Mobile Park? That's what people want. They're like, we want her at the game if this continues.
if I'm the Red Sox organization, I'm looking at her and saying, "Here's $1 million. You are against the Mariners now. Like you shut down your
That's our
Etsy shop.
Etsy
You're our
witch.
witch. We're buying you. You're our witch now. She's obviously a witch for hire that she's on Etsy. So why not? Bro, witch for hire is kind of a crazy thing if you think about it.
Probably makes bank.
I bet. Yeah. What was that, like $100? Like, she's got to
Probably.
up a rate. She's got to up a rate
She's
after
probably
this.
gotten a lot more
Yeah.
inquiries.
Yeah. Every baseball team is just reaching out to her. All right, we're gonna do the tournament recap. This is the 2025 Farragut Open happening in Athol, Idaho. This is presented by Emerald City Discs. Emerald City Discs, the gem of the Pacific Northwest. Yeah, sweet shirt, Caleb. Looking good, bud.
Looking
Um,
great.
all as always. This was ran by Jason Peterson and Danny Peterson out in Athol, Idaho. We get a lot of Pacific Northwest players that go up and play that. A lot of people from Oregon in that. Kind of an interesting weekend because Caleb actually took the weekend off for once, which we never see. So it's official that hell has frozen over. No, great to see you taking some time off. You definitely deserve it. Winning MPO at the 2025 Farragut Open was Colin Bryant. He absolutely scorched this field. He shot the hot round in every single round, 1, 2, and 3, shooting minus 33 over Dallas Garber's minus 20. So Dallas Garber's A-tier dominance comes to an end over Colin Bryant, who just had an insane weekend. Jared Paul came in third place. Winning FPO was Sai Ananda with a -7 over Jennifer Rice at +6, and Jolie Miller coming in third. Jared Pearson came in won MP40 over Lewis Emmett, with Scott Marson, David Bodie, and Andrew Rivers coming in tied for third. MP50 was won by Robert Frias over Jay Yeti Redding and Ben Phillips. So cool to see Big J Redding out there. Des Redding took down FP40 over Jennifer Shanley. James Hustis beat Steve Bell for MP60. Christine Hustis won FP60. John Graff won MP70. Reed Koch won MA1 over Jeremy Ward and Brandon Crow. Haley Nordhagen won FA1. That was a cool last name. Jonathan Listner beat Eric Dupinsky and George Crowder for MA40. FA40 was won by Jennifer Awesome Krasinski over Shayna Schuerman and T-Bex. FA50 was won by Jeff Rich over John Johnson. Sounds like a superhero name. That's cool.
John Jones.
And Larry Stratton. Jim Hansen won MA60 over Douglas. Oh boy, Tashdarn. TSCHA TSCHANTRE. Don't know how to pronounce that, but there you go. David Linger won MA70. Jojo Nybar won MA2. Absolutely smoked the field, getting another 1,000 rated round in for round 2. Congratulations, Jojo. Andrea Lighton won FA2. Chris Linville won MA3. Hannah Haar won FA3. Kyle Johnson won MJ18. Bryson Shuck won MJ15. Talon Kamemeyer won FJ15. Odin Rasmussen won MJ12. Sonny Montgomery won FJ12. Armin Petrosian won MJ10. McKinley Black won FJ10. Paige Morgan won FJ08. And Ivy Morgan won FJ06. Nailed it. There's so many. There was way more divisions than any other tournament I've ever gone over. My goodness. That was cool. A lot of players, a lot of wins. Nice job, everybody. All right. The tournament look ahead presented by Swamp Cow Kava Bar. Swamp Cow Kava Bar. Love me that muddy water. Next week, we have 2 tournaments I want to go over. There's the Top Dog Open, which is the Great Northwest Point Series finale. This is 2 rounds happening down at Delphi in Olympia. Delphi has got to be, I mean, I'd like your guys' opinions on this as well, but as far as ball golf, disc golf course, like hybrid style courses, and I would include like South Fork Landing in that as well. I think Delphi is my favorite of those combo kind of bunch. What do you guys think? No? What's your favorite?
My favorite doesn't exist anymore.
What was it?
Horseshoe.
Oh, really? Which one? Which course?
Well,
Lakeside?
I only got to play during the tournament at
Oh, okay.
27 holes.
Okay, yeah, because they did like the Lakeside and they did like the Canyon course
Even
normally.
Glendevere.
Yeah. Glendevere's sick, but it's not around all year, you know?
It's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, give me Jackson Park.
Maybe. I mean, Jackson Park's got to be a new contender.
Might be
Yeah,
the new
hopefully.
one.
Yeah. I love the way Delphi uses the
Yeah,
land
100.
and
No, you're. I think you're.
I wish
you're
Delphi
right.
was harder.
I do understand that. Yeah, but then I'll go out there and not tread and be like this place kind of sucks. So, no, I like the way that the golfers are really accepting of the disc golfers as well. That feels really good. Like I don't feel like I'm in their way, you know, and they don't necessarily make me feel like any of that. So, I've just always been a big fan of Delphi. For the Northwest Point Series, Colin Bryant's in first. I'm in second place. Thad Tankley is in third. Jeremy Marsh, and then our boy here, Caleb Joyner, is in fifth place. So I believe that Colin's going to have a 2-3 stroke advantage over.
I think he is at 7.
What's that?
I think he starts at 7.
And then does Thad and I start at 5 and you guys start at 3?
I'm at 3. Me and Marsh are at 3.
Yeah. So pretty interesting. It's a little different than the structure of last year because I think I was in first place last year and I had 3 strokes over Colin going into that final round. So it's cool.
Caleb.
It's yeah.
What the heck, Kirby?
What's up? Was it
It
over
was
Caleb?
me,
It
Julio.
was over you. See, I don't even remember. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Cool. And then the other event happening this weekend is the Honeybee Ladies Open, sponsored by 360 Disc Golf. This is part of the 2025 Evergreens Women Disc Golf Series. So good luck to all the ladies out there. That's happening out at Nad Park. Looks like they got a pretty nice field of 47. Very cool to see. We love going over all those events here at the KO Disc Golf Show. All right, weather look ahead. This is presented by AGL Discs.
Together we can reduce, reuse, and recycle for a greener future for disc golf.
So good. All right. Seattle this week. Today is Tuesday. Looks like it's gonna be a pretty nice day out. We got a high of 87. All week it's looking like we got a high of in the mid 70s. Going to be really, really nice. Partly cloudy, mostly sunny. And then this weekend looks like it's going to be pretty cloudy for the whole weekend. And I got some morning showers on Sunday as well. Winds looking pretty mild. That's for Seattle. And then for Olympia, it's looking a lot of the same, which I don't hate. Morning showers on Sunday, so hopefully Caleb, you and I won't have to deal with any of that. Looking at mostly cloudy, 10-mile-an-hour winds, not too bad, honestly. I'll take that. Should be a pretty nice week all in all here in Seattle. Kids are back to school, definitely getting that feel in the air. It's getting dark at 8 o'clock already, and it's getting very, very dark at that time. So we're the man. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. But we're right around the corner of those like 4:30 sunset type of days, and they're coming really quick.
Hey, I don't mind them.
Yeah, yeah. You a fan of the early
Glow
dark?
season.
Yeah, glow season. Sure, sure. Yeah. Um. All right. No breakdown this week. There's no pro tour event. So
Good job,
next.
Ollie.
Yeah. Nice job with the breakdown. All right. Gonna answer the KO question of the week. You enter an ace pot and hit two aces. There are two other aces that day. Should you get half the ace pot or 2/3 of the ace pot? So four aces hit all day. You hit two out of the four. Do you deserve half of the ace pot, or do you deserve 2/3 of the ace pot? What do you guys think?
I think half.
Are the other two aces hit by two different people?
Yeah,
You would still get half because you hit half the aces.
Yep, that's what I
I'm.
think.
I agree with both of you guys 100%. I have seen ace pots where they said, okay, well, if three people ace, so we're going to split it amongst you three people. Um, and I don't agree with that personally. I've always said if somebody aces twice, you deserve two portions of it. It's like every ace deserves one portion
Yeah.
of that ace pot. Yeah. Totally agree with you guys on there. Draft this week. Kind of a fun one. Definitely one. Kind of Caleb inspired a little bit. And this is this is the energy drink draft. For those that don't know, Caleb is regularly rocking an energy drink with him. I usually have a couple with me myself. So yeah, energy drink draft. Not specifically like a brand, but more like specific flavor, brand and flavor, basically. So I'm gonna start us off, and my very first pick for the energy drink draft. Um, it's super super basic, but just give me like a regular Red Bull, just like straight up Red Bull.
I like it. I
Can't,
was
it's
high.
it's a classic. Caleb, I'll give you the second pick, and then Ollie give you the roundabout there.
Since you took Red Bull, I guess I'll take Monster.
Just regular, like straight up
Regular
normal
old
monster.
Monster.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna have to get in the bag for this one. But we're gonna go with my favorite, the yerba mate, the enlightened mint flavor.
Okay.
Specifically, I really do enjoy that one. And then I get another one. Gonna go reach in the bag again. I'm not sure if y'all are super hip, but not as much caffeine. But the Kickstart Mountain Dew. Uh, I think I'm gonna go with the fruit punch one, the red can. Pretty
Yeah.
good, pretty good.
Those are really good. Yeah.
And I
I'm
feel
a
like you
I'm
could drink like a couple of them because they're not as high. They're under 100. So it's
yeah.
like, yeah. I was a big fan of them. I liked them. They're cool.
I'm as everybody knows on the show, I'm a big Mountain Dew fan, and nah, those are great for sure. Caleb, what you got for your second pick? Oh,
Ooh,
dude, I haven't seen those before. That's awesome. Are they good?
Oh yeah.
ooh.
Yeah. Oh, all right. I'm gonna have to. That's another snack I might be on the lookout for. I got my Cool Ranch Doritos pretzels, so maybe that's next.
For my second pick, Ghost Peaches.
Ooh, okay, yeah,
Roast
Ghost is
peaches.
up there.
Okay.
Ghost is up there for sure.
All right. I don't drink too much of the Ghost brand, honestly. I haven't dove into that one too much.
I think
Um,
it's healthy for you.
is it?
I
Yeah.
think it's a healthier option.
I don't think any of this conversation is necessarily healthy. So, all right. So for my second pick, and I got back to back here. I'm gonna go with I'm gonna mix it up a little bit. I'm gonna get the white sugar free Monster.
I need my sugars, man.
I know that white one's really tasty though. It makes me the sugar free, even though I know it's probably worse. There's part of that where you're like, well, I mean, it could be so
Could be
much worse,
worse.
right? Yeah, and it's really just as bad. But yeah, the white sugar free Monster. And then for my seventh pick, I'm gonna also kind of diversify a little bit, and I'm gonna go with the Arctic Vibes Celsius.
Yeah.
This is I think it's called like frozen blue raspberry or something like that is the name of the flavor. It's really really good though. It's really tasty. So Arctic Vibes Celsius. Caleb, you're next.
For my third, I would go with the Lucky Orange flavor.
Mm.
Lucky Orange. Lucky is the name of the brand.
Yeah,
Okay, I don't think I've had that one either.
it's been recently popping.
Mm.
Okay,
Okay. Okay.
sure.
Clean energy.
And I gotta end mine out
Yeah, you
now.
got back to back.
We're gonna go with the tropical Red Bull, the yellow Red Bull.
Oh
Goated.
yeah,
It's like my
yeah,
favorite flavored one for sure.
yeah.
And then to round out my list, I feel like I don't need to go too far into the bag, but we're gonna go with have you it's the Alani new. They're like they have this new it's the witch flavor. It tastes like
Oh
Ooh,
yeah.
the
caramel
caramel
apple.
caramel apple. Yeah, we're gonna go with that. Go a little in the bag.
I haven't had that one.
It tasted just like the green apple caramel
Those little
lollipop.
pops.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oof, that's cool. Dangerous. All right, Caleb, you got one more pick here.
Bleh, Ghost Orange Creamsicle.
Ooh, another ghost.
Really? All right. Is it kind of got a little like orange vanilla kind of vibe to it?
Oh yeah,
Okay. I like creamsicle flavored stuff. I don't know if that's like controversial.
the Monster one's pretty good too.
Monster did a creamsicle. That's all right. All right. So I got one more pick here. All right, this one's probably not a very popular one, but I personally really like it, and it's a white Red Bull can. It's the coconut berry Red Bull. It's kind of got that little bit of like coconut kind of to it. I really like it. I feel like it's probably not very popular because I don't think a lot of people like that coconut flavor very much, but I'm a big fan on that one. Honorable mention to Wild Berries Red Bull, the White Peach Red Bull, the Cherry Cola Celsius, and then the Blue Sugar Free Monster. I like those two.
Lovely, lovely, lovely. Caleb, thank you so much for taking some time and coming on and hanging out. Amazing to hear from you. Always a pleasure here at the KO Disc Golf Show.
Yes, sir.
We'll be rooting for you in the upcoming tournaments. And
I don't know if Curry will be.
Well, I'm rooting for you, but I'm also rooting for myself a little more. So
Right. I might be making an appearance at Lake Fenwick in a couple weeks.
nice. Yeah, yeah. Really, it's a. Have you played there before? I love that course. Yeah.
episode 75, a banger of episode. A little quote: "Baseball is 90% mental, the other half is physical." Yogi Berra, aim high, shoot low. We'll see you next week.
Whoa.